Wonderful day, Life Talk partners, friends, and listeners. How are you? I know I've been away for a while. I've been silent, and I know you are all looking forward to another episode. Perhaps you might be wondering, where is Aubrey Nichole and why the long silence? So let me tell you a short story of what I did, where I went, and why I took a 2-week break and decided to spend time learning, reflecting, being silent, and spending some quality time with my loved ones. I spent the time this holiday season mostly taking a mental health break, discovering hobbies and skills that I can develop and excel this coming 2021. And I did lots of cooking and baking, painting, movie, and TV series watching. So I binge watched so many TV series on Netflix and Disney Plus and Amazon Prime, Hulu, and many more. And I also do some movie watching that taught me some life lessons that are very helpful as I face my life journey. Some of the movies inspired me to write a novel. Some of the movies made me realize about certain things in life that I've been pondering on all this time. And I will be sharing with you those movies in a separate episode. But first of all, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, friends and Life Talk partners. I am so grateful that I have you as my listener in this podcast. I'm so grateful that you continuously support and your never-ending listenership, your never-ending support and likes and feedback in this podcast is most appreciated. So as we face and welcome another year, 2021, a year of hope, chances, and changes, let me share with you some of my insights and realization this 2020. So, are you excited? I know. These are the top 10 realizations I come to realize and ponder on the time that I've been reflecting and spending some time realizing things or the life that I had the year 2020. So number 1, life is a wonderful gift, but life is also fragile. Life is indeed a wonderful journey. It is amazing. It is a roller coaster ride. There are times we are up there, happy, feeling great. But at times we experience also being down, low, and sad. It gives us a whirlwind of emotions and tremendous challenges and struggles that will test our strength, faith, and determination. We are living in a fast-paced world that we are so busy living in the usual routine. When we wake up, we brush our teeth, we take a shower, we dressed up, we eat, we go to work, go home, watch TV. At times, we also relax, we eat, we sleep, and then repeat. We are so preoccupied with how the world works and how things work, the usual way that people does it, that we fail to recognize at times the inner beauty of life, the totality of life itself. Sometimes people take for granted things that they fail to recognize that our lives are not forever. As they said, as there are beginnings, there are also endings. Life is so fragile. At any time, anywhere, unexpected, it can be taken away from us. It is not my intention to sound negative, but I wanted to prove a point that we need to make the most in our lives. Life is a wonderful gift, but it's also fragile and vulnerable. Therefore, life should be taken care of. We should live freely, positively, and happily. Never be scared to take risks in life and in love. Love, live, and be happy, and follow your heart. Enjoy life, learn, and make the most of it. Sometimes we are so preoccupied of our studies, of our work, of the things that we wanted to achieve. We keep on always thinking tomorrow, but we forgot to think what's today. So I realized that because ever since I'm this kind of person that I'm already planning everything, planning what what lies ahead this years to come, or I've been thinking and planning, writing the list that I have to accomplish in the 5 years, or in 2 years, or in a year or so. But then I forgot to enjoy the life itself because I'm so preoccupied with doing something that productive and something that would let's say develop or nurture me as an individual, that I fail to see another aspect of life, which is the happy, enjoyable life. And I am so grateful that through the years of reflecting with the people that I love, making me realize there's more to life than achievements, there's more to life than winning, there's more to life than being successful. I came to realize that, hey, there's another part of life that I should explore and enjoy with my family, with my friends. And I'm really thankful that my husband really helped me a lot and taught me the beauty of life itself in many ways. My parents, my mom, she showed me and made me realize that life is a wonderful gift and I should never miss any experience. I should live my life to the fullest. This pandemic taught me to give more value and appreciation to life, that we are so lucky to be alive, that we have the chance to love, we have the chance to experience the totality of life, live our life, learn, meet people, enjoy, and even taste the food that we like, or taste different foods that we never expected that should be so delicious, and do whatever that our hearts desire. So that's the very first realization that I wanted to share with you. And hopefully you get to ponder on that life is indeed beautiful, and therefore we'll need to live our lives to the fullest. Number 2 is time is precious. Time wasted or taken for granted can never be retrieved. This might be connected with my first realization, but come to think of it, time is of great significance indeed. They say in certain quotes or certain movies, time is gold. It is very valuable. We don't have the power to fast forward or rewind anything in our lives. Time spent or wasted in things we do can never be retrieved or repeated. We have to make sure we spend our time wisely and productively. Having an allotted time or schedule for relaxation, learning, spending some time with yourself, self-love, or spending time with your loved ones or significant others will surely help you as a whole to be a better and a happier person. Let's not take for granted anything, even time. You see, in the world, there are people running out of time. There are people living in a limited time and moment. There are people that don't have time anymore. Though there are also people that have so much time in their lives that they just don't recognize it, and they just throw those times like a candy wrapper. But at the end of the day, a key takeaway here is that time is essential, valuable, and important. Every one of us have a time. This time should be memorable. Make each and every time you have memorable and life-changing. Make hundreds or even thousands of memories with the people you loved, with the people that you love the most or mean so much to you. And those memories will be a stepping stone and a key for you to realize a lot of things in life, see life in a better perspective. This is something that I also realized because of the pandemic, because there are a lot of people in this world that has been suffered the pandemic, suffered the virus. Some of them survived, some of them are still fighting for their lives, and some of them unfortunately succumbed to death because of this pandemic. As life is being said that is fragile, the time is also fragile and precious. Therefore, we have to make sure that we're living the life in the fullest. We're not missing anything that we'll be regretting at the end. That I should have done that when I was younger, or I should have done that when that opportunity comes along. So make each and every time you have special. Make each day you have feels like it's the last one. Enjoy life, always be happy, do not procrastinate, and try new things. For example, you haven't tried a certain hobby, a certain game, or let's say a certain dish or food. Live life to the fullest, my dearest friends. Next says, well, this might sound cliche or a usual learning people say, but indeed it's true. Appreciate the little and simple things in life. We may receive, encounter, or experience various things in life. It ranges from the simplest to grandest, but usually people tend to look at the grandest, greatest, biggest, and most of the things. And sometimes, or most of the time, they set aside the simple, little, usual, and okay things. But one thing I learned is that we also have to appreciate those simple things in life that we have. Because before you see biggest things or the bigger things in life, it all starts with simple steps. It all starts with simple things. And those simple things, when you accumulate and combine all of this, will transform and contribute into a much bigger picture, into a much bigger thing. That's one thing I realized. To appreciate simple things in life. A simple smile, little accomplishments a day, such as maybe cleaning your room, decluttering your cabinet, recycling things. You are happy on the day, a simple laugh from a movie. And when there is a change in you, maybe like you get to be more positive in terms of like your perspective in life. There's a movie you find funny and you get to be happy today, or you learn something, you learn a new word, or a new trivia for today, or maybe you created a simple doodle or art. As long as you have something that you've done and you've accomplished where you put your heart, your dedication, your time and commitment to it, and you are happy, then celebrate it. Tap your shoulder and say, "Hey self, good work. That's a nice job. That's so nice of you." Or keep up the good work. Simple things may be found, such as just completing an online course, having a good enough sleep, helping someone, making someone smile, or even cooking a dish you found interesting on a blog, or maybe making new friends, talking to someone, making them feel happy or better. When you see life from a much better perspective, when we expect less and let life surprise us, we see life in a much better and brighter perspective. We have lesser disappointments, frustrations, and hurt. I used to be a person who has so many expectations in every aspect of life. I see life from a bigger, brighter, and more perspective. I don't just settle for less, I always aim for the best. I thought it is better to be the greatest and biggest in terms of achievements. I always want to win. I always want to be the first. I always want to receive something like awards or win competitions and be recognized. I am competitive in terms of academics and my studies. I reached to a point that I always want to achieve something. That my goal was to achieve something because that fulfills me or that satisfies me. But I reached to a point that my goal was redirected into having the satisfaction and happiness of always winning and accomplishing and achieving something. But that's not my initial goal from the very start. My initial goal is I wish to learn something and be the best that I can be, so that as a person, I can nurture my talents, I can share it to other people, and I can make a difference in the world that we live in. And it suddenly surprised me that at one point I realized that this is not the initial goal or the thing that I aspire. And it made me step backward and realize things. I get to be frustrated and disappointed in life that time, and I became so hard on myself. that I always felt bad for myself and blamed myself when I fail or made mistakes. I'm so scared of making mistakes because I'm always looking at the bigger and the grandest feature of life, like winning, having honors, or having awards and stuff like that. But I woke up to the realization that life will be so much better if we have fewer and even less expectations. That we should appreciate little things in life, from simple achievements to the bigger ones. We can find happiness not only for winning, but also doing our best and realizing that we can do that. We can win. We can achieve something because we believe in ourselves. So, to recognize little steps in progress and make it count, it's something that is worthy to consider, to recognize. And right now, I feel that I'm so happy, even just a simple thing that I did in a day, like finishing a podcast episode, finishing a movie that I really wanted to finish all this time, but I don't have time because of the busy schedule and work and studies and other stuff. Or I get the chance to write a poem or write a chapter of the book that I wanted to publish one day. Simple things like that. It really matters. It makes a difference. It makes you look things at a better perspective, being grateful to everything and anything and not forgetting to see a better picture of life. And I think that is very, very important if we wanted to live the life to the fullest and be happy. Before, I really think that my goal is to achieve something, to be successful. But when I came to a point that I've achieved, I have awards, I'm excelling in the things that I have, I came to wonder, why is it that I think I'm happy, but I'm not really happy to the fullest? And I realized that it is not really the main goal just to be successful, just to have victories in life. Maybe people should consider that what if their main purpose or their main goal in life is to achieve happiness, and contentment, that you see things and you view life with gratefulness, with gratitude, with appreciation. That would be wonderful. Lesser hurt, lesser pain, lesser expectations, at the same time lesser frustrations and disappointment. And this leads me to my fourth realization, which is life's true purpose is not measured by success but by happiness. And my fifth is find happiness in simple things. I combined this two because I felt like these two learnings is really interconnected and relevant. This realization came up when I watched this recent Disney film entitled Soul. I can relate to the lead character because I went to a point in my life that I feel like that if I'm not a lawyer, because I wanted to be a lawyer really at the end of my studying, at the career that I want to pursue is to be a lawyer. But I went to a point in my life that I feel like if I'm not yet a lawyer or someone successful in the field that I wanted to pursue, I am nothing. I am not successful and I haven't achieved anything. And I am not proud of who I am. This dates back years ago. I feel like I'm being in my dream career. If I am in my dream career, it is something and it makes me happy and it serves my true purpose in life. Same as what other people experience. Some people tend to think that the true purpose they have in life is for someone having the career they dream of, some having a relationship they wished and dreamed to have, or a life they truly dream of. Or some of them feel like the true purpose and when someone recognized them, acknowledged them, when they wanted to be a certain profession they want, may it be like a singer, an actress, a painter, or somebody's a successful business person. That's the true purpose they have in life. We have our own individual and different definition of our true purpose, and that true purpose that we define ourselves to have lead and contributed a lot to the choices we make and the path we take in life. As we are all unique and special people, we have diverse definition of what a true purpose is in our lives. But friends, for me, I realized that the true purpose I have in my life is not measured through success or having my dream career or job, or let's say being successful, achieving so much awards and accomplishments and recognitions. But for me, my true purpose is measured by happiness and contentment in how my heart is filled in so much joy in something that I am doing. And that life is not always about success. Life is not always about winning or achieving something. It is also finding happiness in many forms and in many ways. A happiness that will complete you as a person, that will make you see life in a positive way. A true purpose for me is something that gives sparks in your life, that electrifies you in your mindset and changes you to see life not just on your end, but life surrounding you. The people, the environment, the moment, and every element of life. That for me is life's true purpose. If you ask me right now, Aubrey Nichole, what's your life's true purpose? I might say it's not the career that I wanted to pursue. It's not the things that I wanted to do. I think the true purpose in my life is to be happy, to continually be happy and contented with the things, the blessings and graces that was bestowed upon me. I'm happy that I have a family, friends. I have the blessing and the opportunity and the life to give back to other people, to help them in every way, to share my realizations, to inspire other people. I think that's my purpose. That's the purpose of my life. Amidst all those achievements, amidst all those success and those accomplishments, I think I will achieve the true purpose of my life if what I'm learning, what knowledge I gained and I have through the years of practice, through the years of training, workshops, and studies, is when I transform those learnings and share it with other people and touch the lives of other people and learn from them, and they also learn from me. And that's it. It might be, might be hard at first, but when you sort of establish yourself into thinking that happiness is a choice, it is found in you and the people that surrounds you. It is all depends on you. Being happy depends on you. Depends on your mindset. Depends on the things that you want, or the things that makes your heart feel so much joy. Next one is, it is okay to take a break and pause for a while. And number 7, mental health and mental break matters. Yep, you heard it right. It is okay to take a break and pause for a while. In the world we are in today, and in the society we belong, it is indeed a fast-paced. Every minute counts. People are very busy and preoccupied of so many things. When we were asked, how are you? Or for example, we bump into a store, or while walking, we bump with a friend and saying, hey, how are you? And we initially said, oh yeah, I'm so great, we're okay. I'm busy in business, or I'm busy with my studies, I'm busy with my work. We feel like busyness is a badge that we have and we always wanted to say. I know I also tend to say that one sometimes, like when they ask, how are you? Oh, I'm good, I'm fine, everything's great, just busy with work and everything, or just busy with studies. But it is okay to step back and rest and have a break, because we are not robots that we don't get tired. At times, and it's part of parcel in life, that we do get tired. We do get exhausted, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It is not bad, because we have our own limitations, and we are not on a race in terms of life wherein we have to be first and ahead of others. We have to accomplish right away. We have to be on the finish line right away, ahead of others. It's not the way it is. Every one of us, in terms of success, happiness, or life in general, has their own time and perfect timing. We are never too late nor too early to reach or achieve or have something in life. Like what I've said in my previous episode, remember, it is not the speed that matters, it is the progress that counts. Everything has its time, but we also need to be recharged. Like our phones, like our gadgets, we need to have charge. We need to have 100% battery full. We need to recharge our minds, our hearts, and our body. It is not enough that you just take good enough sleep. One day you sleep for 8 hours, you're good, you're rejuvenated, you're re-energized, and you're good. There are times, and based on my experience, it's okay. You get to rest physically, it's fine. You get just to sleep, rest, lay in bed, that's it. But mental exhaustion is hard to recharge that fast. You have to have a sound mind and a peace of mind. We as humans also need to be rejuvenated, like a plant that needs time to grow, develop, and mature and blossom. Taking a break and having time for oneself is not a sin. It is actually important, because having that break and rest will contribute a lot in your body, in your health, and in your mindset. This is another thing that I realized about this pandemic. I realize a lot. Being at home, working from home, staying at home, made you ponder a lot of things in life and made you realize a lot of things. And that's something that I'm grateful for, that I get to see things in a much better perspective. There are silver linings in some aspects that I've realized. It does not mean that you fail or you didn't matter because you didn't achieve, finish, or accomplish something great last 2020. There are circumstances that we can't control and hold, and in time, we will achieve something. It doesn't mean that there's not much progress this 2020 in our lives. We are already failing. It's just that maybe it's not yet the right time. And taking a break does not mean giving up or quitting. It does not equate to being lazy or unproductive. It's just taking a step back, not giving up, reflecting, recharging, and taking a rest. Saving every energy, strengthening one's mind and heart as we face another chapter of life, another journey, and being ready for the ups and downs life has to offer. And number 8, learning is a never-ending journey. It's never too late or too early to learn something new in life. Of course, we will never be the person we are now if not for the learnings and experiences we have in the course of our life journey. Whatever we do in life, what age we are, or wherever we are in the world, we always have a chance to learn something. And it's an infinite opportunity with infinite resources. The internet alone can be a source of good learning for such hobbies such as new artwork, new projects, or let's say a field or subject you want to learn. All you have to have is patience, determination, and will to start. There are so many online courses free and available. There are websites where you can read articles, journals, or blogs that will enable you to learn something and figure out new interesting things or knowledge through video presentations that you want to learn or something that sparks your interest. In my own experience, let me share you the things that I've learned or the new hobbies that I've discovered through the time. So I did new hobbies like painting, podcasting, which is my favorite, do-it-yourself arts or the DIY artworks, baking, cooking new delicious and good dishes that at first I thought it was so hard to make or complicated to make. But I wanted to try. I wanted to take a risk cooking those foods because it might taste good, or it might be likable. I mean, and it pretty well made some dishes that became our favorite, and we keep on cooking and discovering things, innovating. I also had some learning about graphic designing posters for podcasting, designing brochures or flyers for the business and everything, and a whole lot more. I also even rekindled my old hobbies and sports such as table tennis. As our New Year's gift for our family, for my husband and I decided to buy a table tennis set with the table, with the table tennis racket. We call it ping pong in the Philippines, and then the balls. And then we try to make it as an exercise, as a game, because at the same time we also find something that we can bond aside from movie watching. And I'm happy because that's the sport that I've been playing ever since I was a kid. My dad was a table tennis champion. My dad was a coach for table tennis, and I'm so happy that I get to play again after like years and years of not playing. And I find it pretty awesome and pretty well. We also bought a lot of board games. I was thinking of the word, but board games. We bought chess, we bought Monopoly. I even got so much fascination and interest with Mandalorian that we bought Mandalorian Monopoly set. It's a different kind of game, but the premise is just the same. It's just a different characters, different ways. There's added steps for you to play the game, but it's pretty awesome. And I think that proves the point that whatever age or whatever aspects in life, you get to learn something and you get to enjoy. What matters most is as you learn, you also enjoy. Number 9, let's shift from learning into loving. Love can be shown and received in many forms and in many ways. Love is a wonderful feeling. When we say love, it doesn't just pertain to our significant others, such as our husband or wife, girlfriend or boyfriend, fiancé, but also our loved ones in general, our family, mother, father, our brothers and sisters, our cousins, and our friends, family, or even our significant others or loved ones as a whole. Not all time, material things or gifts are the only expression of love. Love comes in many ways, many forms, degrees, and circumstances. Love can be expressed in many ways and not just through physical or intimacy. During this pandemic, the hugs and kisses that we usually expressed or give to our family as a sign of love, being together is not a possibility due to lockdown, travel restrictions, or the pandemic itself. But hey, resourcefulness is the key. As hugs and kisses or physical bonding may not be visible, but as long as you have the will, you have the commitment, you can find a way. Video calls, phone calls, messages, or communication through media apps, saying hi, how are you? Checking on friends, family, or other people to see how they are coping up is a sign and a way of showing concern and love. But love in general, I think, is a very helpful way for us to survive the loneliness, for us to survive in this pandemic. As long as we have love in our hearts, in my own personal opinion, it is a wonderful feeling that can give us hope. can give us something to look forward to. Love doesn't mean just like a relationship with someone romantically. Love with our family, with our parents, with like the people that we loved. I remember a certain scene and quote from the TV series that I loved and I binge watched, entitled Bridgerton, which you should all watch because it's a wonderful love story, wonderful plot, amazing characters, and also it's so beautiful, the story itself. I remember the character Lady Danbury said to Duke of Hastings, Simon, she said, "Love, your grace, conquers all." Indeed, certainly and absolutely and definitely, love conquers all. It conquers all fears, all hesitations, challenges, and struggles. As long as love is evident in our hearts, strong and willing, love can win. Love can surpass any struggles, any hurdles, and any adversities in life. As they say, we do things with love and for loved. Now more than ever, we should not be hesitant and scared to love and be loved. As I say, love is fragile, time is essence. Love with all your heart. Show and express how much people mean to you, how much you love them. Tell them I love you. I know sometimes we felt like saying I love you to other people, to the people that we love, sounds clingy, and sometimes we get to be shy or embarrassed. But now is your time. Tell your parents you love them. Show them how much you mean to them. Tell them, Mom, Dad, I love you. Or right now, or maybe after you're listening to this podcast, tell your significant others, if you're with them right now, tell them you love them. Or if they're miles and miles away from you and you're on a long distance relationship, tell them you love them. A simple I love you can change everything. In quarrels, in disagreements or arguments in terms of relationship, a simple I'm sorry and I love you can change so much. And I think that love is not just through a certain kind of action. It can be expressed in many ways and in many forms. Do not afraid to love. Now more than ever, as I will repeat, we should not be hesitant and scared to feel loved, be loved, and to love. And number 10, be grateful, hopeful for what lies ahead in our lives. Be grateful and hopeful. That's the number 10. 2021, friends. New year and new beginnings. New goals and aspirations to set. Be grateful for all the learnings you gained last 2020, for all the friends you've met, for all the things you've realized, for all the things you do, may it be simple things or big things. And you should be hopeful for all the experiences and lessons that lie ahead this 2021. Make every experience count and memorable. Set your bucket list or goals this year and make a New Year's resolutions and live life. Be positive in life and in mindset, and let it be spontaneous. No expectation, and let life and fate surprise you. Be grateful, at the same time be hopeful. I think if you came to realize everything in life happens for a reason, and everything will give you a certain learning to ponder on. Any experience, anything that's happening in our lives has a lesson on it. And here it is, the 10 lessons I learned for the year 2020. I hope you find it insightful and helpful, and I hope you come to realize things as well with the things that I've shared with you. You know, the podcast, the initial goal that I have is to share wherever you are in the world my learnings and inspire you, motivate you, share with you what I've learned. hoping that in one way or another I can touch your life and I can show you how beautiful life is in general, and to support you and give you advices as you face life journey and different chapters of your life. Thank you for still being with me and for listening in this podcast. I truly appreciate it. I am assuring you, and I'm so sure that you will be happy and excited with this 2021, with the episodes that I've been releasing and I will be releasing this coming months. And share with me your reflections and learning through Life Talks with Aubrey Nichole's social media apps. Let's talk and you share your stories, and I can help you and give you advices if you want. Thank you, and again, Happy New Year! Like us on Facebook and Instagram page Life Talks with Aubrey Nichole. Share with me what you think and your suggestions by leaving a voice message on my Anchor FM account or sending us a message on the Facebook and Instagram accounts. Remember, share us your love story so that you can get a chance to be featured in my next podcast episode. This is Aubrey Nichole, signing off. Take care, everyone.